Hey YouTube, bit of a different Saturday today. This is an Epiphone G400, which was my first real guitar. The first guitar I had was a Strat copy. It was a Honor, and the neck was bent, was twisted, and you couldn't play anything below the 3rd fret. So hence why I learned playing power chords. And I bought this on my, I think I bought it on my 19th birthday, if I remember correctly, brand new from Victor Morris. Well, I think it cost about £225, something like that. So I always liked it, and before I knew how to fix guitars, I think I gigged this actually, or it's been gigged. And the keyboard player Chris, in my first band, used to play Blur Song 2 on this guitar, and he only ever played one string. Kind of went, yeah. But so this is a samick one, which I didn't know at the time. Realised it's very different from the one that came out slightly after it. Serial number's S608, so that'd be S for samick and 6 for 96. Something like that, so maybe bought it 96, 97, something like that. It's had some modifications over the years. Maybe about 10 years ago, I bought these pickups, which they're called Fat Cats, or I bought them as Fat Cats. And I bought them cheap because they were gold. So I had gold pickups in it for, I think it was only about a month, and I remember them being so much better than what was in it. The pickups were absolutely shit, really were. I know that Epiphone pickups aren't as bad as they were in this. I've had a few Epiphones since then, to sort of fix up and sell, and the pickups in them are actually pretty good. The ones that were in these samick ones were fucking rubbish. I remember, because I bought a Gibson SG a couple of years after that, and although I didn't know how to adjust guitars, so that the neck on it needed the truss rod adjusted, so the accent was really hard to play. It just sounded 10 times better, even though it was much harder to play than this one. This one, it plays like an absolute dream, it really does. It's got such a low action, and you're talking about high fret access, you can quite comfortably get halfway up the pickup. There's absolutely no effort to get to the 22nd fret at all. Yeah, so this I put these gold pickups in it, and then for a couple of weeks or a month or something like that, I had these pickups in it, and then I used one of the pickups for another guitar. It was a Kramer. I decided I wanted a P90 and a single coil and a humbucker, so you had all 3 different types of pickup in it, and they were all gold as well. So this has sat downstairs, and it was so unbelievably dusty. It's unbelievable, for like a decade or something like that, with no neck pickup, and I'd stolen one of the volume controls. So I've now cleaned it up, and as a bonus, the gold pickups, when I cleaned them with the Silvo stuff, it took off all the gold covering, so now they're silver and they look pretty good. So now I've been always wanted, I keep seeing SGs, because SG was always my favourite guitar, and I've only got the 2. Well, I've got a bass as well, so I've only got this one and my Gibson SG Special, just because the Gibson was kind of the one I wanted, whereas all the other guitars I've got, I've got piles of them lying about, lots of Strats and all these funny shaped ones and stuff, but the Gibson was just the one I wanted, so when I just got it, and it was like, oh, that's it. There's no point in buying another one. It was just that one was fine. But I keep seeing P90 ones and thinking, oh, but then I've already got a P90 one, and I can't sell this anyway, because I've had it for 20 something years. And this has been, I learned all my Sabbath and stuff like that, and so this has never had shite played on it. It's always been Black Sabbath and Stones and Zeppelin and stuff. So I'm playing through my Sobtech here with the rat pedal. Bridge pickup, neck pickup. Volume up on neck pickup. Memories. So when I had to replace one of the volume controls anyway, so this volume control here knocks them into series. So as I go through series, on control. Phase. Yeah, so this was my dream guitar when I was 18, 19, whenever it was. Obviously Cherry Red SG. I always preferred the full size scratch plate, you know, the one you get on the Gibson ones, or I think they get the standard, the special ones. It's a bit different, but this is what it is. It looks to be, I always remember it had a slightly, when you look at the top, you can see, I mean, you're not going to see it here. No, it's not showing up. But you can sort of see there's an extra piece of wood stuck on there. That bit there is another piece of wood. I think the rest of the body's two piece. So you get two pieces of mahogany and then just a wee slither there, which they couldn't quite make out the two pieces. But stunning looking guitar. It's very thin, I think. There's also something funny going on about the neck joint. It just seems thin. I'm not sure it's exactly the same shape as a Gibson. And my Gibson anyway is definitely a bit chunkier. It's not quite the same dimensions as this. And the more modern ones I actually had one a couple of months ago, the SG310, which is the bolt-on neck version, and it was much more like the Gibson dimension-wise than what this is. Not that that's a bad thing. I can't decide whether it looks slightly odd or not. But as I said, the pickups of these things are terrible. I always thought the tuners were really bad, but maybe now I've just grown up a bit. It's got this, you know, the snot-nosed Clussen style ones. I always thought they were really bad, but I think that might just mean me not putting the strings on properly, or just, you know, not stretching them in or something like that. It seemed to be totally fine. Good, reliable guitar. It's quite strange playing a guitar that obviously lots of people have. So this video might get lots of hits, unlike most of my other ones where it's like obscure things that only 10 of them are known to exist. There's plenty of these kicking about. And I believe there's even a premium these days for the samick ones, because they are better built than the later on ones, although I think the hardware was definitely suspect. Not that there's not really much you can go wrong with the, you know, the Tunematic bridge and stop tail. The pots with the small ones. The switch I always remember having problems with, but it seems to be alright now. I think these switches just, you need to put switch cleaner in them every couple of years, otherwise they just cut out. Yeah. It's such an easy guitar to play. I think these pickups, I noticed earlier, they sound unbelievably good, clean. I'm not sure the Fat Cat. I'm not sure who made them. I remember that name, and actually I wrote on the back of them when I bought them in marker pen. It says Fat Cat. It's built with a P-H-A-T, I think. But they really work. I think there might be for, like, well, for the RP90s. They don't seem as raucous. They seem a bit more clean. In series and at a face. Oh no, the face doesn't work. Chip Screamer. I think most people are like, there's an awful lot of people seem to think Epiphones are pure amazing, all better than Gibsons and stuff. It's very nice. This one is. I mean, technically it plays really well. It's just, I've kind of moved on to better things. I was actually pretty disappointed. I spent all day yesterday cleaning it up, and then when I put it together, it was like pure, oh, I can't wait. And it was like, it plays amazing, but it just doesn't have that extra level which the Gibson one has, and which, let's be honest, a lot of the Japanese stuff I've been buying recently really cheap has as well. It's okay. I mean, it's great. It's just, I would rank this alongside your, you know, your modern Schecters and, you know, the PRS SE range and all that, all your sort of Korean sort of middle of the road guitars. They just don't have, they're all kind of the same. They've got the same sort of neck dimension, a similar sound, a similar feel, and everyone's just kind of like, so they've just got, like, you can buy, like, you're buying a Korean guitar, you can just kind of buy, here's your guitar, and it's like, oh, what shape would you like it? It doesn't really make any difference what shape it is, you know, whether it's a Les Paul or an SG or a Strat or anything like that, and it's just lacking a little bit in character. Or I'm just a snob, I'm not really sure. But I mean, it does play fantastic. And it didn't need the truss rod adjusted. That was so I've had it for 20 odd years, and it was the truss rod's absolutely perfect. Actually noticing it's got the Gibson style truss rod cover. Well, it's got a the Gibson truss rod cover, but the actual bolt on the inside, it's not an Allen key. It's the, you know, the stupid thing that looks like a socket set. Just so you have to buy that specifically. You can't use a socket set because you can't get it in, so you have to buy the actual, the proper wrench is the word I'm looking for. You have to buy the proper wrench, and then you got to guess which one it was. I got a good deal on eBay one time where I bought like 4 wrenches, so it was like 4 sizes. I was trying to get it for my Washburn bass. It was like I needed it. I was like, so you could get 4 sizes, so one of them would definitely fit. And I've not come across a truss rod thing I can't adjust yet without that. But if you buy one, it's kind of like you just don't know which one it actually is. But I'm pleased this is no longer dusty and in the corner and looking. I mean, it had like an inch of dust on it. It's absolutely minging. I suppose it's P90, so it's not an AC/DC one.